Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. I'm going to be uploading this video on Sunday, and this is a very controversial subject in the budgeting community, and I probably will get several of you to disagree with me. That's okay. We can agree to disagree. The subject is why we don't buy a used car. Let's get started. As you guys know, I'm originally from St. Paul, Minneapolis. I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, both big cities. So I'm going to go into why we don't buy a used car. We have in the past. Let's get started. Number one, the reason why we don't buy a used car is we can't fix it ourselves. We don't have the old cars that we could work on ourselves, and we don't have the tools to work on a car. A lot of them are computerized, and we don't know anything about maintaining or working on a car ourselves. That's number one. Number two, we are a one-car family. We only have one vehicle, so we need one really good, reliable vehicle that we know if it's working and it's going to get us from A to B. Number three, we live in a great big city, and I'm going to give you an example. You're probably wondering, what does this have to do with anything? I have a dear friend that lives in a small town. They have some used cars in their family. Seems to work well with them. Well, they live in this small town that's only about 1,100 people. They can just get around town fine with a little small car, no problem. If you're in a big city with really heavy traffic, you guys know what the summers are like here in Dallas, and your car doesn't work. I've been in vehicles before in bad weather situations that are used vehicles that are not that reliable, or there's always something wrong with them, and being stuck out on the freeway having to wait several hours. It is not fun. It is not pleasant. Now, I'm not saying that that can't happen with a new car. Yes, it can, but it's less likely. So that's the one thing. When you live in a great big city and you have to get around, you don't want to be stuck in the middle of a freeway where it's unsafe to get out. That's just my personal opinion. That's also why I make sure our tires are in good shape when we go anywhere. Number four, past experience. We've had some used cars. I promise you, it seemed like they were inexpensive. They were not expensive, but they didn't have warranties. Yes, we paid cash for them, but we were always at the mechanic, it seemed like, every month getting something fixed. And it was a pain. And one of them, in the heat of the summer, the air conditioner would go out. Not pleasant. So I did not enjoy that. Number five, no warranty, no maintenance plan, and so you just always didn't know what was going to show up. A light would come on. It was just really nerve-wracking for us. Also, number six, we would only seem to have the car a few years, maybe 3-4 years, and so we'd have to get a new car, or not new to us car every 3 or 4 years because of all the types of things that we had to get fixed on it constantly. So it just was not a good fit for us. I know many of you are going to disagree with this. I know a lot of people out there, and I've seen a lot of people in the quote Dave Ramsey community, they do buy used cars. Maybe some of them just buy a 3 or 4-year-old car and that works for them, that's fine. But I have to be honest, we've looked at cars that were 3 or 4 years old, and when we weighed the pros and the cons and looked at a new car and one that was 3 or 4 years old, we ended up getting a better deal, better warranty, better maintenance plan with the new car. Because I have really good credit, most of the time I can get 0% interest, which is a blessing. What we do in our family and what works for us, that doesn't mean anyone else has to do it. You all may disagree with me, and that's okay. We save up a lot of money, put a lot of money down, so we have really low car payments. Some of you may say, well, Dawn, how long do you keep your cars? We buy Toyotas. Our goal is to keep it 14 to 15 years. You're like, oh my gosh. We don't drive a lot now that I don't do demos, but if we take good care of it and get all the maintenance on it like it's supposed to, make sure the tires are in good shape, make sure that we do not, backslide on any kind of maintenance, and make sure that we take really good care of our vehicle, guess what? That means that our car will last us longer. So we don't drive a ton. We used to drive a lot more, but in the last year we're not driving as much. So that really does help. Some of you may drive more. But due to being in a big city and just having the one car, it really makes more sense for us to get a new car for our family. You may not believe this, but Amy Decision from the Tightwad Gazette they always bought a new car and they kept it about 14 years and they would put way over 200 miles on it. My girlfriend bought a new vehicle, her Toyota, and it lasted her over 14 years and she drove it way more than we did, but she got regular maintenance on it. So this is what we're doing. Do I know what I'll do next time we need a vehicle? Our car's only about 4.5 years old. I'm not sure what I'll do. My goal, I would love to pay cash for a new car. I don't know if that'll happen, but what I'll probably do if I can't pay cash is I will put a really good down payment, and so our car payment will be about $100 a month. That's what my goal is. Not sure yet at this point. I know that there's going to be a lot of differences in opinion. We all live in different parts of the country. We all have different budgets. So that's okay. Everybody has to do what's best in their family. I do want to say and end with saying this. I've been in situations in our own family and I've been with other friends that have had unreliable vehicles. I've ridden in a lot of unreliable vehicles, and especially in the heart of traffic and heat, and it makes me a nervous wreck. I have enough stress in my life. I don't want to stress about the car. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think. I know I'm going to get some thumbs down on this, and that's okay. I love you guys. Money Mom signing off. Bye-bye.